Hello. I wanted to do a final relaxation practice with you so that if perhaps one of my videos doesn't quite have one on it and you need one, or maybe that's all you need, maybe this will help you go to sleep. Feel free to use this video however you feel. Audio is probably all that's really necessary for the most part. For this practice though, I'd like you to have a couple of blankets. Towels work just fine. I'm going to use just a little small hand towel. This one I'm going to kind of roll up, and this one I'm going to use underneath of my head. And I'm going to go ahead and use the second one just because I'm kind of a baby when it comes to my head and neck. And I'm just going to put that one up here so it's got just a little bit of extra cushion underneath of my head so that I feel that my back of my head, whenever you sit in one position for too long on it, sometimes it kind of is tender. And so I just have this one kind of lightly folded, and we're going to adjust it as needed. So I'll take that one and just sit it right on top of here. And then I have my other blanket, and this one is just a beach towel. And I'd like you to take, if you'd like this one, and you can kind of determine if this works for you, maybe just lying flat on your spine is good. And I'll just take this one and kind of roll it, because I have a lot of low back tightness. So I'd like to have this one for just a little bit of added support so that I'm not just flat on my back for 10 straight minutes. And then we'll make our way. And so this is kind of assuming that you've already had your yoga practice today, or just finding a final relaxation afterward is always going to be helpful. Or maybe you've done your own thing today and this is just something you want to add. So I'll make my way down, and I'm going to kind of put this rolled blanket right underneath of my knees as I bring my legs out long. It's always kind of hard to find that right spot for where your head and neck is going to be. So kind of bear with me, and we'll start to find our way to our backs. So I'm kind of roll down, enjoy that rolling down, that's always nice. And then bring your blanket so that you have the one underneath of your knees and maybe one underneath of your neck here. And that's just going to give you a little added support. If you need a little bit more rollings, you can always add that. And you could have used a thicker towel for this one. I just only had those two hand towels handy. And then you can let the toes just kind of shift out to the side, and your palms facing up towards the ceiling, and just close your eyes. So I usually like to take my glasses off for this one, but I'll leave them on for you today. And we just find our way here. And just take a moment just to kind of notice how we feel here. Kind of notice how our breath feels in our body. Just really allowing your body to be relaxed. So just allow your body to be heavy, but your mind is still awake, alert. So maybe it's not an active awake, but it's still present. So you're able to take in, to notice, but your focus is inward. It's the here, the now, not the later. So if your mind starts to get busy with plans and lists and responsibilities, just think of those as little sentences printed on clouds, and they're just floating away. So we don't need to think upon them. We just stay right here. And we focus on our breath and how we feel. So oftentimes we find tension in some really common places. So our hands, our shoulders, our neck, and in the muscles in our face. So I'll start there. So start with that space between your eyebrows. And let that space show no expression, but be completely relaxed. And then relaxing your eyelids. Let your eyes just fall to the side. And relaxing your cheeks. Again, let them show no expression. And swallow once. Relax your tongue. Allow your lips to just be soft over your teeth. And relax your jaw all the way to that space behind your ears. Then find that space where your neck and your shoulders meet. Relax that space. And then relax your shoulders. And relax your elbows. And your wrists, and then each of your fingers. Then find that space just below your bottom set of ribs. Relax there. And then relax into your hips, the tops of your legs, into your knees, down to your ankles, and then down each of your toes. And just continue to breathe here, in and out. So our final relaxation is the most important pose that we do in our practice, because it allows our body to create muscle memory so that your body knows how to do these things and is more equipped the next time you come to your yoga practice. Just by lying still for about 10 minutes, your body is able to remember. we'll start to make some tiny movements. So wiggling your fingers and your toes. And maybe even kind of pointing into your toes a little bit, just reawakening your body. And then one knee at a time bends. So take a second, pause there. One knee at a time bends. And then one knee at a time comes in towards your chest. And we'll just pause here for a moment. We'll find some stillness. And taking your right arm and bringing it up above your head, rolling over to your right side to elevate your heart. We'll pause here for just a moment. So if you want to take something underneath of your head and neck, that's always okay. And just resting here. And we'll use hands for as much support as needed. I always say make as much noise as needed to make your way up to a seated position. And we'll just find our way just to a seat. So it doesn't matter which position you choose. And if you wanted to take something and bring it underneath of your sits bones, maybe unrolling your blanket a couple of times and bringing it underneath of you just to help you sit up a little taller. And just checking in here. And just noticing how you feel. And just take full responsibility for all of this change because you've created it. So thank your body for the work that it does, but don't forget to thank yourself. So thank you for joining me in Final Relaxation today. I hope this helps for those videos that I don't always put a final relaxation on and that you needed it. And if this is just all you needed today, sometimes that's exactly what we need, is just to stop and rest. So thank you very much for joining me today. I sure needed it. Thank you so much.